Fingers crossed that this works, please. Hey guys, welcome to another craft kit testing video here on my channel. In the last one, I tested a Crayola sticker maker, and in that video, I asked you guys to vote on today's craft kit. This is obviously the winner, Kit A. I didn't tally every single vote because you guys are actually starting to vote more, and it's pretty exciting. So let's see what's in the eBay box. This is taped so weirdly. There we go. And then, whoa, ta-da! It's another pottery wheel, but this one is really old. On eBay, I believe it said that it was from the 1970s, which very much excites me because that is one of my favorite decades, the 70s and 80s, and I guess some of the 60s as well. I love the cars, the fashion, the music, the movies, retro kitchens, and diners. Although the diners may have been 50s. A lot of you seem to really enjoy when I tested a modern day toy pottery wheel, so I did some searching. I found the perfect one in my opinion because it seems like it was the best quality. It didn't have missing pieces. It still has the clay in it. I don't know how that's gonna work. I may be able to revive it. We'll see. I mean, it's really, really old. This is the Gilbert Potterycraft motorized potter's wheel. It says it's safe, no baking or firing is required, so it's going to have air dry clay involved. It's battery operated and non-toxic, thank goodness. This kit does come with a rugged tabletop wheel. That sounds very fancy and professional. This kit takes 2 D cells, which are batteries, which are not included. I will have to check and see if we have those. If not, I'll be testing this tomorrow or later tonight after dinner. I don't know. I'm kind of a geek when it comes to checking out old boxes and products, so it does say the manufacturer of the corrugated box for this, and it is the St. Regis Paper Company located in Mount Wolf, Pennsylvania. I guess the product was made in Hagerstown, Maryland. The motor was made in Japan. Something also very fascinating about this is whoever was selling this, they got it for $1. There are descending prices on here. Now it's time to get into the box. This plastic peels away really easily since it's so old. Ooh, staticky. Smells a little musty. I guess that's to be expected. Come on. Let's go. Try not to rip it. Come on. Oh, I see. I've been trying to take this off and not rip it, but it's folded under, so that's why I was having issues. Perhaps I should take the thumbnail shot first. Okay. Corner is really stuck. Oh, there's not much to see yet. This is the view I got, so that's why I didn't look too excited yet. It doesn't smell very good. Ooh, there's an old order form. These are really fun because you can see how low all the prices used to be. You could buy 3 pounds of clay for $2. Everything else was 50 cents a piece, so super cheap. Probably not back then because inflation. It has a note to parents. I am not one of those. I'm an adult though. Do not eat or drink from any of your finished pieces. Okay, this has a lot of useful information. It has way more, I feel, than the newer kit that I got and tested a few weeks back or a couple months ago. And overall, it says, don't be discouraged if your first pieces don't please you. They might collapse on the wheel or be a different shape than you desired, but keep working and practicing. This one definitely wins for instructions. All right. Ba-bum. Oh. Ooh, what is on there? Okay. I don't have high hopes for this working. I'm kind of getting nervous now. I don't know, it has some sort of rust or mold on it. Hopefully rust. Just kidding. It's the sponge. The sponge is breaking. It feels so bad. Oh, it feels so bad. Sorry for that really dramatic face, but I do not like the feeling of this. It feels like that green floral foam. Sorry, I have to take something out of the oven. R.I.P. old sponge. Also, I really have to take the garbage out tonight. Full disclosure, I ate dinner last night and never came back, but same outfit for continuity. This is how they do it in Hollywood. Let's get into the rest of the stuff after the sponge just disintegrated. We have this crumbly paper bag full of tools. There are some more sponge ashes in there. So here we have these two double-ended shaping tools. These are plastic. They kind of feel like chopsticks. It's almost the same width. I ate a lot of sushi. Then there is this wooden paintbrush, and it is still intact, so that's good. Slightly curved. The wood warped a little bit. Next, paint, which is no longer paint, or at least no longer in liquid form. I'm gonna try to add some water to this. I think it's water-based, yes, water-soluble paint. So I'll add some water to these and see if they revive at all by tomorrow. Blue, yeah, oh, that noise. My whole body just got chills. That is completely dry. Oh, it smells. Oh, why did I smell that? Why did I do such a thing? Oh my gosh, that was the worst. That was a terrible decision. I'm not overreacting. I mean, maybe, because I don't like the smell of Sharpies or spray paint or anything that strong. Floral perfume, disgusting. That is so strong. Don't smell, oh. Okay, finally, we have some gooey glaze that is also completely dry. I'm afraid to open this, but also I may not be able to open this. Oh gosh. Okay. I don't think this trick works if there's not liquid in here already, but if you can't open like a pickle jar or ketchup or something, go like that and then it opens. It's not the same. Just grippy pot holder here. No, we're not getting into this. I'm gonna take the L. There's only a couple more things left. Okay, we have more sponge remnants under here. This is the motor of the base of the wheel. Am I explaining that right? The thing that's really weird about this, I don't think this was ever open, but there's no cover for the battery port or whatever that's called. Speaking of batteries, there are none included, which is to be expected of most toys, just to keep costs down, and they can corrode in there if they're in for too long, so I totally get it. But this thing requires the biggest batteries to exist, basically, that aren't car batteries. So I don't believe that I have any. I'm gonna go check, but I'm gonna have to go to the store. This looks like a giant block of cheese or a pizza slice. Chuck E. Cheese pizza, anyone? Ooh. Last thing in this box is some clay. It's sealed in here, so I have no idea. I think it's rock hard, but let's find out. What are you doing? It's a brick. It is a whole brick. I mean, I could build a walkway with this. So I wonder how old. My cat is crunching food. No date? Copyright MCMLXXII. I don't know. My Roman numerals are a bit rusty. So welcome to our laundry room. This is where we keep the batteries, and I don't think that we have anything that'll be useful for the pottery wheel. Double A, 9 volt. No. Off to the store we go. Got them. And they were only $1 more than the pack of 4 that are on sale. So I went ahead and got 8, even though I don't know if I'll ever use them. But I never knew I would need them for this, so I mean, why not? Also, elderberry syrup and some silver nail polish. Fingers crossed that this works, please. Otherwise, this video is gonna suck. And, oh my gosh, moment of truth. Oh no, I heard a noise. What does that mean? What was that? Maybe I should read the instructions. Place the flat washer provided over the center hole in the base. There is no flat washer. What flat washer? I think something's missing. Oh boy. Please hold. There is! Okay, this is the flat washer. Cool. Okay. This is louder than the new one, and it's not spinning. Release the motor drive shaft so it rests against the rim of the wheel. So I think I figured out what the problem is. It's not me, it's this piece right here. It's kind of rubbery, but it has also worn down. And you know how rubber bands, if you let them sit in a drawer or like in the sun for a long time, they just kind of break apart. So that's what's happening here. It's not as thick as it used to be. This is supposed to turn the wheel here, but when I turn it on, so see that? When I did turn it on and pushed the little piece closer to the wheel, it did actually turn. So I think I just need to find something to put around this, make it wider, maybe some duct tape, I'll try that, and then it'll make this spin. But oh my gosh, it's so loud. It is now Thursday, and I do have some good news on the update of this clay. I got some of it to be workable. So we will be making something in this video, whether or not the wheel works. Before we get into the clay, I want to reveal the 3 other craft kits from the last voting segment. So here they are. One of them, guys, is from 1929, I believe it is, and the other 2 are from the 90s. Now, I promise that the 1929 one, I already opened it and looked in it, and it's not going to be this kind of catastrophe. So if you do vote for that one, it has the pieces, and I'll get it to work. So if you're interested, you know, vote on either kit B, C, or D in the comment section below, and that'll be what I test next Friday, the winner. Now for the clay. I'm getting a mess everywhere. Look at this. We have clay. It has revived. It feels brand new. I really had no doubt about this becoming workable clay again. I just want to give you guys a little side-by-side comparison of the 70s Potter wheel versus the 2010s Pottery wheel. This one does have a pedal, so there are 2 different speed variations, and you can also control when it goes on and off. There's no button that does that, so it's not continually spinning, which is very nice. I will say though that this one is also loud, but not as loud. So I definitely do recommend the modern day one over this one, but this was so exciting to try. Also, the actual wheel on this one is a little less stable. This one doesn't move around quite as much. So if you are interested in seeing me throw a little pot on this wheel, go ahead and check out the link in the description box below. I'll include my entire craft kit testing playlist as well. So all the videos I've done before testing random craft kits. I was able to break off a pretty decent sized piece of workable clay. I'm gonna wedge this, work it in my hands, you know, get all the air bubbles out. I'm attempting to make a pinch pot. The instructions just say to create a ball with the clay after kneading it, wedging it, and getting all the air bubbles out. And then after you do get that ball of clay, you want to just kind of stick your thumb down and create a hole inside going around, so it kind of looks like the opening of a cup or a vase, whatever you want to make, some sort of bowl. And I'm just going to keep doing that and trying to just kind of extend the clay outward more and shape it a bit. You aren't supposed to actually throw on this wheel. You have to make the shape first. I'm sure that you could do it, but maybe all that pressure wouldn't be good. And if this wheel did work, I'd be shaping it on here. I would appreciate if for my effort you guys gave this video a thumbs up, just so I can keep making these. Any interaction on this video will really help people see this series and get the word out there to recommend it. So I'd very much appreciate any support and interaction that you are able to give. And here's my pinch pot. I don't really like it. And I do apologize for the letdown. I don't really know how to resolve this. I could try to get the same kit again. I could try to fix it with your guys's suggestions. I do post here every single Friday, so if you never want to miss out on hopefully successful craft kit testing videos, arts and crafts, DIYs in the future, go ahead and turn the bell notifications on, pretty please. It'll let you know every time I upload. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Thank you all for watching if you even skipped to this part. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and then I'll see you back here next week. Bye! Here's what went down. At first, I tried to wrap duct tape around like I told you guys I would, and that was not working, to say the least. It's too slick, so it had no tension against the wheel. So I did ask my fiance, since he got home today, I asked him for his advice. The reason that I asked for help is because the entire thing popped off. So this like rubber piece, it popped off. He thought maybe the motor was a little bit loose, which I thought was a great idea because it was kind of wiggling around down there. So he did try to secure that with some cardboard from a coconut water box and also duct tape, but I did find out very quickly that that suppressed the movement of the wheel even more. So the spinning of the piece was less rapid. We cannot get it to work. I'm very disappointed. I know you guys are probably very disappointed. That's kind of the nature of testing a really old kit. I did try to wrap some Rainbow Loom rubber bands around here, just one, but again, no luck. I don't know how to make a makeshift piece from scratch. Can't even speak anymore. That is my dilemma. So if you do have ideas and I get this to work, I would be glad to make a separate video on actually creating something on this wheel. Welcome to another craft kit testing video here on my channel. What's with the clap? Also, I have a very dry tone to my voice, like there's not a lot of range. It's either really low or like, oh my God, and then my voice cracks. So